guys, I am back, and I know we're supposed to do a December daily, but I did get this package yesterday, so I do want to haul it on the video because it's a holiday, am I right? But what's inside here is basically a plotter. I do think I have an unboxing of a plotter that I got, well, not gifted, but I bought it really recently from Food A Fan, aka Jacob, and it was a really beautiful plotter, but I know that there aren't a lot of inserts that I could find in Hong Kong, so I did get them from Amazon Japan because I wanted to see, I think that's the most convenient way to get it out. Please let me know if you know of some other way or where I can buy it directly, because what's on Amazon Japan, although it's expansive, it's kind of limited. But anyway, I also wanted to sketch the plotter stuff that I got into my December daily, and that's why we're hauling it here. I promise it's not to show off. It's my first ever ring binder planner, and I'm really excited to try it out. So yeah, let's haul this thing. I realize I have a one shot at filming this, so if I fail, that's kind of it. This is a really neat packaging, by the way. I really love packaging that maximizes space like this. And let me just get this receipt off camera because I think my address is on it. All right, I'm just gonna get that out. And ooh, yeah, these are the Bible size. So I really like the size. Anyway, the packaging. I really like it if it's compact like this, because I can like chuck this straight into the recycling bin, and I like that. I like efficiency, space efficiency, and not having too much waste in general. Like, I'm actually a little bit gutted that they're not sold here. Otherwise, I would love to check out the plotter stuff in person before I decided on a purchase. But anyway, inserts. I basically didn't know what I would need because I've never seen them. So what I did is I actually literally just bought everything that I could see in the Bible size. That's why there's so many of it. These are the inserts that Jacob kindly gifted me because I told him like I don't know where to find such inserts in Hong Kong. So I already have like the plain, so I didn't get any dotted or any other like fill. I just wanted to get the schedule stuff. So I probably have mentioned this in a couple of videos before, but I'm recently starting a new job, and it's kind of requires a lot of project planning and stuff, so I really do feel the need for a calendar. At the moment, I'm using my traveler's notebook tentatively. It's set for like 2023, so I don't have the insert set up just yet because like the weekly, not the vertical, but just like the weekly itself is starting from week of December 19th. So I haven't started, and these are also 2023. I know it might be overkill that I have like 2 calendar-ish spreads, and I already have a bullet journal, which is this one. Then this is like my personal catch-all. But I don't know, I think like I want to leave one planner at work. So probably the traveler's notebook I'll leave at work, and then I'll bring both this and the bullet journal with me. I don't know, we'll see. I also use Notion as a digital planner, but that is for next time. So yeah, all these stuff combined with my actual plotter. Oh my god, the video is 4 minutes already. So I need to hurry up if I do want to get to the December daily. One thing I really like about this plotter is like this size. I think it's very similar, but it's like a bit smaller than the traveler's notebook, or at least the regular size, and I do kind of like it. So we'll see how I go with it, and I like that you can fit it inside here as well. Oh, it's quite big actually. I would have gotten a size smaller that could just fit this, but we'll see. I did kind of do my research to see what fit, and I think on the website itself it says that this fits a Bible. Oh, because of the utensils on the side. Yeah, that makes sense. But alright, so we finished hauling this. I might actually just take one of these stuff and try to collage it in my December daily spread. And yeah, we'll see you in the sped up December daily filling up in a bit. So after going through that little unboxing with you guys or an unpacking. I just really wanted to try and play around with my plotter. I kind of sped it up, but I also left it in because just in case you guys are curious about how this plotter system is. Basically there's a lot of different pages that we can put in, so I think unlike the traveler's notebook where you kind of have to use the whole monthly insert or the whole weekly insert, at least with the plotter, what I can do is literally just take off the weeks that I want to use. So here I'm like literally pulling out tabs for just January to February, and then I'm keeping everything back in the sort of plastic encasing, and I'm just gonna keep it away. I'm also trying to figure out how to use like the different lifters and where to put them in. I just really think that this is a really nice, customizable, well thought out system. I wish it was more accessible, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to try and figure out how to use this system first before I really commit to getting more inserts and such. And I am really grateful for the several different insert choices that I have right here. Really grateful for the magic of, I think, international shipping as well, because I don't think I'd ever get that product if the internet wasn't here. Anyways, I'm rambling. I guess what I'm really trying to do is I really wanted to document this in a way in my traveler's notebook insert for December daily. So I'm also trying to really pick through all the different kind of covers for the monthly, you know, that front sheet that comes with it and such. And so that's what I'm going to do, and you're gonna see me work on it in a bit. So to start off, before I do anything, I do want to kind of drown a little bit my watercolors in water just to reactivate them. And I wanted to do it on camera, and then I realized it's kind of a silly thing to do because now the surface is wet and I don't want my stuff to be wet. The surface to be wet, because otherwise the water is going to transfer to the traveler's notebook insert. But of course, you guys know this is basic science. And I'm just digging through like some clips and stuff that I can find, anything to hold the page down. And this is where I decide to go with the monthly schedule. And also the monthly insert does come with some sort of magazine that's just a few pages, and I thought it was really nice. I was contemplating whether or not I want to cut off the ring holes, but I realized like that's kind of the charm of the plotter, so I don't want to do that. And here I'm trying to see if I want to do a weekly schedule top as well, but then I realized like maybe it's a little bit too much. I just want to keep it simple, keep that accent orange, which is what plotter is quite known for, and try to glue it all down with, I think this is called a tape runner. I just call it a glue tip X because in Indonesia we call correction tapes tip X, so that's what I call it. And then I just try to place it down, but in a bit, because I want to sketch my plotter out first. So I'm just using my black wing pencil just to really draw in the shape of that. And I realized like because I have the Coliro gold color, I can literally do the gold brass ring binding thing on the left side. So I was like really hyped to do that. Just outline it with my uni pin brush liner. And then I am trying to sort of pick out the gold that is closest to the actual binder that I see before just wetting it first. So these Coliro gold colors, they are really bright, really beautiful, but you really need to soak the watercolor in water for like a good maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Like just digging through it and being impatient does not work, because you do need that water to soak in for the paint to really be workable, because otherwise you're struggling. And now I'm just coming in with my watercolor brush. I realized that the silver velvet brush that I was using yesterday holds a little bit too much water, and although it's great for watercolors and basically all the techniques of watercolor, I needed something a little bit more stiff, especially because this paper in this traveler notebook's insert does not absorb water very well, which is great because it dries really quickly. But then the consequence is, if I'm not using a lot of water, why would I need a watercolor brush that holds a lot of water? Because then it's just sort of not really useful to me. So now I'm just taping down the edges, regretting this like I guess maybe 2 seconds later, because I didn't tape all the way to the rings, and now when I'm closing the notebook, it doesn't close all the way, or I have to make sure that the edge doesn't get folded, so that's on me. I think with more experience of journaling inside a traveler's notebook insert, I would be able to avoid these pitfalls, but for now, I'm failing on the camera, as evident by you guys. But yeah, so even though I let the water absorb in this Coliro Colors thing, it's somehow not showing up the way I want to. Like, I don't know if it's just this particular shade, because you know how all particles kind of behave a little bit differently, and I was using that same streak in the bottom right corner, and I realized that it actually does come off as a little bit transparent. So I think this might have to do with the shade of that particular pigment itself and not really the clear color. So you would see, I think that it's a different one than I used yesterday. The one I used yesterday was a lot better, so I'm just going to switch to that one next time. Now I'm just brush lettering the plotter in that first color, and if you see the water cup on the right, it actually does have a little bit of glimmer of gold, and it's quite cool to see. So I think I'm going to be journaling in a bit. Oh, nope. Past Becky had some other ideas. So I am bringing out this washi tape that my friend made actually, and she's a really cool artist. This is literally the only washi tape that I have, so I was pulling it out from my drawer, and then I realized like actually the color scheme kind of matches like the pink plotter that I painted on this spread. So I chose to do that, and I might link to her store down below. I actually don't know if it's in stock, but I'll link to her website anyway. And now I'm just journaling with my brush pen, and I'm doing a holiday brush lettering right there. I think it's quite fun to use these sort of bolder pens instead of just a really thin, small handwriting. So I'm just trying to be bigger and bolder in these December daily journals, and also make it not super private so that I can show this off to you guys, because I am kind of proud of how this is, and I would hate for me to keep the spread because of some private information that I need to retract, because I do have another journal for that. So this is where I want to keep, you know, the sort of sanitized version of journaling. Coming into the right, I am a novice at using a Posca pen because I thought that that white was it, but turns out I can get a little bit more opaque if I just press down on it a little bit more. I'm writing creating more than consuming, or I want to create more than I can consume. This is something that I got from Peter McKinnon. Oh, hello glasses, and also hello pimple patch that I'm currently wearing because I'm just at home chilling. And basically what Peter said is that you want to be kind of creating more than you're consuming, because that's how you're able to produce more. So that's the kind of philosophy that I'm trying to live with, especially in this December daily sort of journey. And I'm pretty utilitarian in a sense that I do believe that the value of a person is based on their output, and your input is literally what you're taking from the world. So I'm just trying to create as much as possible, be as useful as possible to people. I think that's what I perceive to be like my self-worth or my self-value. It might be problematic, I don't know. I think it's a Capricorn rising in me that really just drives all of this, but I really do believe that, and I think I want to flex my creative muscles a little bit more, and therefore I am looking to create more than consume. And now you just see me trying to lay out the spread at the end for a photograph for the thumbnail of this video, alongside with some supplies that I'm using. Well, thanks so much again for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!